Do you know Lynn Patton?
Yes, I do. I'm responsible for Lynn Patton joining the Trump Organization and the job that she currently holds.
Well, I'm glad you acknowledge that, because you made some very demeaning comments about the president that Ms. Patton doesn't agree with. In fact, it has to do with your claim of racism. She says that as a daughter of a man born in Birmingham, Alabama, that there is no way that she would work for an individual who was racist.
I was there to represent one man who, by the way, has done more for the black community than the last probably 3 presidents combined. I mean, not only has he just created an urban council that's funneling $100 billion of capital through opportunity zones into urban and rural communities, but he's also given more money to historically black colleges and universities than the last administration. He's given more money for public housing than the last administration. He's given, he just passed the most comprehensive prison reform bill in 3 decades.
None of it matters to the left.
None of it matters.
No, because actual facts and evidence and progress and success is counter-narrative to them. Lynn, I wanted you to react to a few comments that were made about your appearance yesterday. This first one on MSNBC. Let's watch.
To bring a black woman out and have her stand there like she was on the auction block?
You're like a slave on the auction block, Lynn? Really?
You know, Laura, it's really actually kind of sad and pathetic. I was so fired up this morning. The only race card that was played in that room were the folks on the House Democrat Committee that basically are taking the word of a self-confessed perjurer and criminally convicted white man over the word and testimony, basically, and experience of a highly educated black woman who rose up through the ranks of one of the most competitive real estate companies in the world, to speak before 25 million people in front of the Republican National Convention, and now works for one of the most successful administrations in history. These people tout Me Too, they tout women now, they tout all these things, and yet a black woman stood there and said, Donald Trump is not racist. In fact, he's empowered more women at the Trump Organization than any
but you're
other
a threat to them. By the way, CNN also came in, and they basically, you went from being a slave on the auction block to being, Lynn, a wedding planner. Let's watch.
Yes.
You're going to pick someone like Lynn Patton, who is basically the wedding planner for Eric Trump, who had no experience whatsoever working at HUD, and that's who you're going to trot out, someone who was like the personal assistant of the family, to say, oh, well, he's not racist?
There are so many glorified bloggers posing as journalists these days. If they took the time to not be lazy and Google Eric Trump's real wedding planner, they would see a 2014 article, long before the president even won, that was an interview with the real wedding planner in People magazine. So
you're not a real woman in their eyes.
No, there's no march. There's no march for us, Laura.
No.
Republican Congressman Mark Meadows, he brought a special guest, Lynn Patton, who's a Trump administration official, as if she were a live prop, trotting her out in an attempt to prove that this president couldn't possibly be a racist. I have a black friend, prop. A black employee, prop. Come on, y'all.